This video shows an ICE officer dropping his handgun during an arrest. He appeared to point the gun in the direction of the bystanders after picking it up.
Put the gun down!
Rafael Talisman, who recorded the incident, tells CNN he did not think the agent was going to actually shoot at him.
DHS clearly hasn't been sending in their best, and it's putting all of us in danger, and more ways than one, too.
Stop! Slow down! Slow down! Right now! Stop! 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 Slow down! Stop! Freeze! Release! Put the car in park! Right now! Put the car in park! Release! Put the car in park! Release! Put it in park! Put it in park! Alright, get out of the park! Turn it off! Get out!
In footage released by LA Taco, this off-duty Border Patrol officer was arrested after holding a teenage U.S. citizen driver at gunpoint in a residential neighborhood after dropping a friend off.
Unfortunately, Mr. recently married back here is not one of those people. He works for ICE, and he is an auditor for them, a civilian employee. When he was arrested, he said, "I'm ICE boys." Well, you know, unfortunately for him, we locked him up, we put him in our jail. He got reappropriated to our jail, and my understanding is he helped send people to send federal authorities. I think he's going to see some federal authorities because I think the feds are going to take this case.
While not technically an officer, DHS employee Alexander Back was arrested for getting caught up in a sex trafficking sting weeks ago, showing that the rot within the department goes far deeper than just the agents out in the field.
A South Jersey man has been arrested for impersonating a Homeland Security officer. Turns out, according to Washington Township Police, his wife actually is a Homeland Security police officer who was out of town. He used her marked vehicle to respond to a call he made himself. So the caller, who police later realized was Nicholas Cabral himself, he lives nearby, and he said the door was left wide open. He's in a marked Homeland Security police vehicle and identifies himself as a Homeland Security officer.
How you guys operate? You contact cover or what? You Homeland? Huh? Homeland, yeah.
He goes into the home with the Washington Township police officer, and he's carrying a gun. They do a property check and clear it and talk to the construction crew, who says they accidentally left the door open. And he's not a member of any law enforcement agency, but his wife is, and she was out on a 20-day deployment. And police were able to check the license plate readers and figure out that the vehicle actually hit those LPRs several times while his wife was out of town. At one point, they can tell that he actually activated the police lights as if he was responding to something. So he did have a permit to carry that gun you see in the body cam footage, but he was doing something illegal. So that permit to carry has been revoked and his gun has been seized.
Per reporting from Elizabeth Worthington of ABC6 Philadelphia, even the spouses of DHS agents are taking the law into their own hands, as Nicholas Cabral of New Jersey is facing charges for impersonating a federal agent and possessing a weapon for an unlawful purpose after driving around in his wife's marked DHS cruiser, responding to a property check 911 call with a local police officer while armed, and even stopping at a local Wendy's just for good measure. Here are some other notable lowlights from Donald Trump and Stephen Miller's secret police force. ICE agent Samuel Saxon is facing felonious assault, domestic violence, and strangulation charges. Mayo Perez Jr., a former CBP agent, is facing drug and human smuggling charges along with bribery. Another former CBP agent named Luis Uribe is facing life in prison for sexually assaulting and robbing multiple women while using his service weapon and badge to intimidate them into silence. While this former CBP agent was indicted on 10 counts of child trafficking in addition to 14 other felony charges. Listen, we can keep going and going and going and going and going, but I think you get the point by now. I'm not surprised at all that these agents are facing these charges, okay? I mean, what they're being accused of, right, is disgusting and reprehensible, to abuse your power in that way. And you are such a low-level person, right, to be doing those things. Of course, they're proven guilty. And wouldn't be surprised if All of them are found guilty, right? Because we know how they get down. And this isn't just some bad apples situation, right? It's more so a reflection of what our law enforcement culture incentivizes and celebrates. And it does not incentivize or celebrate, protecting the community and keeping people out of harm's way. No, it incentivizes and celebrates abusing people, right? Violating their rights. And just thinking you can get away with anything. And it happens every single day. Sometimes we don't even see it on camera, right? So no, we're not surprised. And again, this isn't just, oh yeah, a few of them are bad. Not at all.
I want you all to remember the men and women around us in uniform, they're patriots. They put their lives in this country, lives in jeopardy every day when they wear that gun, put that cover vest on. Throughout my career, I've buried Border Patrol agents, I've buried ICE agents. I'm begging the politicians, the governors, the mayors who constantly attack these men and women, please stop. I don't want to bury anybody else. It's not a joke. We're all there enforcing the laws. I want you to remember, 3 o'clock this morning, I bet every one of you will be sleeping comfortable in your bed. These men and women will be standing on a dirt trail someplace because a sensor went off. Is it just someone coming for better life? Or is it a heavily armed drug smuggler? They don't know, but they're going to take it on. Every night across this nation. God bless the men and women of ICE, CBP, and all federal law enforcement that's involved in creating the most secure border and historic deportation operation. God bless all of them. God bless this country. We're doing the right thing. There's a reason me and Rodney came out of retirement to do this. Because we believe we're saving lives every day. The men and women of ICE and Border Patrol are patriots. Hard stop.
Listen, anybody who has a working brain and thinks critically shouldn't take Holman's words at face value, because we see how your agents get down. We know what their agenda is. And they're not about being patriots. Patriots do not just run up out of nowhere and snatch people off the street, right? With their faces covered, right? Don't identify themselves and violate people's rights and violate their bodies by attacking them, by questioning them in horrific ways, okay? And we also should question his logic and reasoning for why he decided to go along with Trump's white nativist immigration policies. But we know why, okay? It's really clear to see. But it's interesting, it's a change in attitude, right? Please stop. Went from we'll throw you in jail to please stop. Please stop doing this. But you got no issue with what your agents do. Okay? Because you're helping them become tools of oppression. And clearly they don't have any anxiety or issues with what they're doing. Of course, it's not every single one, but there is enough evidence out there to let us know that they are not patriots. They're not. Patriots do not commit to that type of behavior. All right? For Rebel HQ, I'm Chris Williamson. We'll see you next time.